Hi guys and welcome back. Had a change of alternator. Unfortunately the bonnet was going to catch at the front, so I've ended up cutting some of my original bracket off. It would have fouled here at right on the front lip. I think the bonnet would go over, but when it was hinged I think it was going to rub there. So anyway, I've got another alternator here. This is a Denso style, and it's off of a Suzuki, a little Suzuki Swift. So yeah, it's surprisingly, although it's a lot smaller, it's there's not a lot of difference in the weight. So which surprised me a lot. I thought that would be a lot lighter, but it is lighter, but only a little bit. But anyway, that's going to be a lot more snug in there, and that will save all the issues with the bonnet. So what I've come up with is I've made this bracket here, so that fits really nice and snug onto the alternator like so. Cut that bracket back, I'll mount the alternator, and then what I'm going to do is I'll put it all together like so, and it kind of marries up around that area right on the back of the bracket there, on the adjusting part of the bracket. So I'm just going to weld it to that. So I'll put it in place, give it a couple of tacks, and I'll seam it all the way down. And yeah, hopefully that'll work without fouling. This is always a problem when you start modifying stuff. It's yeah, you just find that things don't work, and you have to constantly change things to make it work. But the issue is, I could have bought there's a proper alternator, or an alternator you can buy for an MPI, which sits up high on the front, but it's bracketed off this area here where my finger is. There's like 3 holes in here, and a bracket goes on there, and the alternator mounts straight onto that. Yeah, so it's this head just won't. It's an older head, lot older head, and yeah, I don't want to start drilling it to try and mount brackets on there. So I'd rather go the route that I am by making up all these different brackets and stuff, and weld them all up, and just hopefully get it all to work. That's the plan anyway. It should work. Anyway, wish me luck, and I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, I've welded that all in now, so hopefully that should do the trick. So that's just loosely bolted into place at the moment. Okay, so the next issue I had was the Denso style alternator had a multi-spline belt on it, as you can see. So I thought, oh, easy, it's the same, very close to the same size as my V-groove. So I thought, oh, that's easy, I'll just take that one off and swap it over. Unfortunately, no, it wasn't that easy, because I took this one off. It is slightly spaced at the back as well, whereas these ones aren't, and there's a spacer that was on the back of it already. So as you can see straight away, that's the size of the, I don't know if you can see that, that's the size of the spacer, and the internal hole there, internal diameter, and you can see off of this alternator it's a lot smaller, the shaft on there. So I put this one on the lathe, and turned this circumference or this diameter a little bit bigger, and then made this boss with a spacer, so that now fits into there like so, and then onto there, and then I can just bolt it up, and then like so. So hopefully that'll work. So it's pretty close to the back, but it's kind of, so is this one, but there is clearance there, and it spins okay. So yeah, so hopefully that solved that little problem, and that wasn't too bad a job. Didn't take long, probably took me about an hour to make that part on the lathe, so, and to yeah, increase the diameter of the internal of this pulley. But hey, that's all done now, so I can belt that back up and hopefully put it on the car for the last time. Okay guys, so I've got it all bolted on now. I made a quick spacer on the lathe which I've put in there. She's all bolted up tight. She's really rigid, which is good. The idler pulley, this side's working really well. The only issue I've got now is where I think it's the outlet here on the block is too close to that idler pulley. So what I'll do is try and locate a smaller idler pulley, hopefully about 3/4 the size of that one. This is just an old second-hand one I had lying around. It'll come off the front of a Land Rover actually, but I'll try and find a smaller one, maybe one with a V-groove in it, so that will hopefully sit back a bit further in that direction, which will give me more room here. The actual pulley side of it works really well, so you just basically do that. Don't know if you can see that guys, but there's a nut just down there, so you just do up that nut. No, you can't really see it, but anyway, it's a bolt that goes through, and you do that up and it pulls that idler back and tensions up the belt, and yeah, that will work sweet. Yeah, so that's really as much as I can do on this at the moment till I get to the next stage. Really need to get that bit finished. So yeah, thanks so much for watching guys, and see you on the next one. Cheers for now.